Welcome everybody, Jack here from Gingerbets, and welcome to the Gingerbets Golf Betting Insights weekly YouTube show, where this week I'm previewing the highly anticipated first major of the season, the Masters, taking place at Augusta National in Georgia. A select field go to post. Who will don the green jacket come Sunday night? Stay tuned and we'll find out in the next 10 minutes who I believe has an outstanding chance. I've got 5 outright selections coming your way, so stay tuned for that. But before I get into that, may I tell you what is coming up this week and every week if you're new to this channel. I'll be breaking down the course, the key skill sets required to wear that green jacket on Sunday night, and bringing you my best outright selections. And this is what I do each and every week on the channel. If you're enjoying the content, may I encourage you to do a few things, like and subscribe. But in addition to that, 80% of the people that come in across the YouTube channel are not yet subscribed to the newsletter. You're missing out, let me tell you. There's so much more information than I can bring you in this short video. There's a statistical breakdown, there's player previews this week. We've got a breakdown of the best outsiders to consider. We've got top 20 markets. We've got the best outrights, which you'll be getting in this video. There is so much more information to help you in your golf betting. It's going to save you time, make you more informed, and give you an edge over the bookmakers, whether that be the UK, the USA, or anywhere else in the world. All the details are in the description box below, so may I encourage you at the end of this video, not now, take a look and sign up to the weekly newsletter. But this week it is the Masters and it's Augusta National as the course. I'm not going to pay too much attention to the course itself because there's so much information out there on the internet for you to read. But simply put, it's a standard par 72. That's 4 par 4s, or should I say 4 par 3s, 4 par 5s, and the rest made up of challenging par 4s. It is 7,500 yards roughly from the tips, and it will play a lot longer than that this week if the weather that's anticipated does arrive over the next 48 hours. It will play slightly softer on that Thursday, Friday, and therefore a longer golf course faces the players. The fairways here at Augusta are mown backwards, that's towards the tee box, and this is to stop rollouts on the drives and the 3 woods that are in play off the tee and making the course even longer. When approaching the greens, it's going to be difficult for all the players, but one thing to note on this course, it is a second shot golf course. We will come on to it. Majority of the time, the ball is repelled away from the pins. The exception may be on the Sunday when they set it up to be exciting for the fans and the viewers and the players alike. But in general, the course will repel the ball away from the pins, meaning that you're going to have to get up and down from the tight knitted fairway grasses and first cut that's around the green. So pay particular attention to that. We'll see lots of balls running off the greens. What look like good shots turning into pretty bad ones. Bent grass greens face the players and they will be lightning quick. Some of the quickest, if not the quickest, on the whole of the PGA Tour. So that's the course. Let's have a look at the key skill sets required. Well, this is one of the only majors, or is the only major, that is played on the same course each and every year. And therefore, albeit we've not got stats that have been published in many of the years, quite recently, thanks to a few companies in the US, we do have stats to look at. But those that have watched the Masters will know this anyway. This is a second shot golf course, so we're going to come on to one of the key areas. But I'm going to start off with standard tee to green performance of recent times. You need to bring your A game with you. You're not going to find it here at Augusta National. Then I want to look at driving distance. It's a long course, albeit we've had some short hitters win, such as Zach Johnson. It is definitely favourable if you've got length, natural length off the tee box. So look at players that have got good driving distance stats. Then I want to look at approach play. We've touched upon it. A second shot golf course, and therefore 125 to 200 yards will be key this week. Let's have a look at players that are dialed in with their irons, mid to long irons in hand. And then we're going to look at strokes gained around the green. I touched upon it earlier, but there's going to be plenty of balls running off these greens. They're going to be repelled from the holes, given the undulations that are on these greens. And therefore, it's going to put a premium on the short game. Short game is one of the most important factors if you're wanting to lift that trophy. Hideki has an underrated short game, a winner here. Tiger, one of the best short games ever to be seen on the PGA Tour, a multiple winner here 5 times. Then we've got Jordan Spieth, a winner here, and plenty of place finishes, an elite level short game. So that tells the story. And Patrick Reed, may I add, another player, elite level short game winner here. So therefore, don't be shy to look for players that may be a little wayward with those irons but have got an elite level short game. And last but not least, all the talk will be about par 5 scoring. Yes, that's important, but more important is how you take apart these demanding par 4s. For example, the 11th, over 500 yards long. It's more or less a bogey hole for many of the players. The ones that can make par or better on holes like that are going to rise up the leaderboard. They're going to gain strokes over the field and therefore are going to have an outstanding chance of success. So to recap, the key stats for me, it's tee to green performance, it's driving distance, it's strokes gained approach from 125 to 200 yards, it's strokes gained around the green, and last but not least, it's par 4 scoring. Woo! Now let's get into the most important bit for you guys, and that's those outright selections. Well, headlining the pack, it's the man who's dominated majors over the past 3 or 4 years. He's got 10 top 10 finishes in his last 13 starts. He can move the ball both ways off the tee with the iron. He's got a high ball flight as well, which is beneficial here. Brooks Koepka will headline the portfolio for the week. He's my confident selection to challenge for this green jacket. He'll be desperate to get a green jacket on his CV, and this is the ideal opportunity. Second selection of the week, man that resides in the USA but born in Europe. He's one of the most consistent players in the world right now, second maybe only to Scottie Scheffler in terms of consistency. 5 top 10 finishes in his last 8 starts. Dominates with iron in hand. One of the best iron games on the whole of the PGA Tour. Can move the ball both ways off the tee. Is deceptively long. His short game is the only negative. He's putting. He's gained strokes putting in 4 of his last 5 events worldwide, which again often is something that people criticise him for, but that seems to be on song right now. Victor Hovland. Second selection of the week, 18-1 in the USA, 25-1, bet365, standout price, take advantage while that lasts. Third selection of the week then is another player towards the top of the market. I actually, even though his odds are shorter, I much prefer the 2 that I've put forward. But third selection, statistically, he's just lining up so well. He's top of the stats in approach play. His bogey and avoidance game and scrambling, he's also top of over the last 24 rounds on tour. He's got a best 4th place finish here at the Masters, and I think he can go 3 places better this year. He's a win-only selection. 14-1. Justin Thomas will be the third selection of the week. Fourth selection of the week now, we're looking at some bigger price players of 50-1 or greater, and why not start off with a former champion here in 2013. He's got 2 missed cuts from 20 visits. He's 7th in proximity to the hole over the last 24 rounds on tour, and that shows his iron play is dialed in. And then on top of that, he's protecting his scorecard with great scrambling stats and bogey avoidance. Adam Scott, 50-1, 10 places available in the UK. 50-1 BetMGM in the USA. He will be the 4th selection of the week. And to round out the portfolio for the week is another man who's got a good record in majors. He's bubbling under the surface. He's been dismal in terms of his form over the past 3 or 4 months. But he gained a stroke each round over the field with approach play, and that's a key area to success here at Augusta National last week at the Valero Texas Open. And I believe his price is now a fair one to back him at. T4 Tony Finau, Tee to green Tony. He will be the 5th selection of the week. 66-1, 8 places. Bet365's the place. 60-1, BetMGM's the place in the UK, in the USA. So that's the 5 for me this week to go to war with. In price order, we've got JT. We've got Hovland 18-1, JT 14-1, Brooks Koepka 20-1. He's the most confident selection of the week. And then 2 bigger price players, Adam Scott and Tony Finau, both above 50-1. I've also got 3 or 4 outsiders that I'm keen on, and I'm going to be bringing you those in my newsletter this week. And in addition to that, in an extra episode that'll be coming your way, where I'm interviewing Danny Speck, who's going to be bringing his best selections to the table. On that show, I'm going to be sharing my best outsiders to consider, and a few of them above 100-1. But if you're desperate to get hold of them, sign up to the newsletter now, and you can get them direct to your inbox in just a matter of minutes. Before I leave you, I'm going to give you an extra bit of information this week, and this is some players to avoid Well, first off, it's player at the top of the market for me, Cam Smith. He's way too short for me in the betting. If he'd have come second or third in the players, he'd now be 25 to 30 to 1. And at 14, 16 to 1, he is a lay for me. Yes, he can win. He's got the attributes. He's got a good Augusta form. But his price is way too short. And I believe that he is one to dismiss at the top of the market. Another player that I'm keen to be against this week, Daniel Berger. He's got a 10th place finish on debut. Never betted that. And he's only broke 70 once in 16 rounds. His ball flight is too low to win the Masters, in my opinion. The same goes for a player that will be popular for many, and I'm a big fan of, Shane Lowry. He can move the ball both ways, off the tee and with iron in hand, but his ball flight isn't the highest, and his Masters record never cracked the top 20. And two more to lay for me. Players that are coming in here with injury concerns. I can make that three, actually. Answer, Matsuyama and Casey. Not enough game time of recent weeks and injury concerns, and they are players that you can avoid. So if you're looking to build your DraftKings lineups, improve or look for some big priced outsiders, or you're into laying on Betfair, there's some extra bits of information that may help you this week. It's the Masters week. I cannot wait. Sleepless nights ahead of me for sure, and certainly Wednesday night. It's like a kid at Christmas. Good luck with all your wagers this week, and I'll be back later in the week to preview the Masters, bringing you my outsiders and bringing you Danny Speck's best outright selections. I'm sure there'll be some interest in that. And then also, don't forget, sign up to the newsletter that's sure to help you with your golf betting. Save you time, make you more informed, and give you an edge over the bookmakers each and every week. Thanks for listening, and bye from me.